This is the Lord's Day lesson for January the 4th, 2026, here on Following Him, the Disciple Life. Our newness is all about Jesus. We're going to overlap a little bit with the reading we used back on December 28th for the Lord's Day lesson. Then looking at Colossians 3, verse 10, which was the last verse of the reading we looked at last week, and go through verse 11. And have put on the new man, who is renewed in knowledge according to the image of him who created him, where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcised nor uncircumcised, barbarian, Scythian, slave nor free, but Christ is all in all. Now what we have there in verse 10, talking about putting on the new man, well, Colossians 2, 11 through 12, talking about the contact that we make with Christ, with his death in baptism. And then we can parallel that to Galatians 3:27. It talks about how those who have been baptized into Christ have put on Christ. So we put on that new man at baptism. And so when you tie in Galatians 3:27, of course, there in verse 12 of Colossians 2, that focusing on Christ's sacrifice, this is something that is focused on Christ. This new man, this is more than just about you being a new version of you. This is about you putting on Christ. According to the image of him who created him. Christ is our creator. All things were made through him. Without him, nothing was made that was made. And even this unity here in verse 11, some want to look at some of the unity passages, which, make no mistake, do teach unity. And when there is disunity, there is a problem. Something is at odds with God's will. And, just a spirit of divisiveness and such, that is sinful. But some would take these unity verses and, kind of make Christianity it's just about being one with others. Well, no, it's about being one in the Christ. And that's what this unity is about. Neither Greek nor Jew. You have those from a pagan background, those from the Mosaic covenant background, circumcised nor uncircumcised. And that would have some overlap really with both communities, because that, the uncircumcised, that could be some from of Jewish descent but have been Hellenized, that sort of thing. Just really getting into all sorts of different groups that people would find it strange at that time. And sadly, there are those even now that would find it strange to be one with these people. And you'll run into these racist attitudes and such on X and things. Talking down on certain people because of what country they're from or what ethnicity they are, slave nor free. And we don't think in terms necessarily of class today. I mean, I can't say that entirely. That mindset is out there. But, that somebody, that you would have slave and free being one, yeah, through Christ. Through Christ. And so we're talking about, going back into verse 10, this new man, how we put on the new man, how it's renewed in knowledge, the one to whom it looks in that knowledge, and the unity it connects to. It's all about Christ. Christ is all and in all. Our newness is about Jesus. This is the Lord's Day. I encourage you to worship and study with those that are truly disciples of the Christ. This is a day when Christians gather to study, to worship, to take the Lord's Supper, and shalom.